And welcome back to the Livingston Parish News Weekly Show, a podcast brought to you by the Livingston Parish News. My name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news, and this is From the Cheap Seats. It's where this gentleman and I discuss what's going on in Livingston Parish athletics. So I'm going to give him a second to introduce himself. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, doing well, doing well. This is Rob DeArmond, sports editor with the Livingston Parish News.
So let's jump into it. Lot still dealing with winter sports. They're just not that they're hanging on or anything. There's just still a lot going on. So congratulations to those teams. Let's kick it off with something crazy. Let's do bowling. And I believe the Denham girls are still. I almost said rolling. I guess that'd be too much of a sports pun.
Rolling and bowling.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Instead of
both,
running
man.
and gunning, they are
Yeah.
rolling and bowling. So
You
tell us a
got
little
it.
bit about
You
that.
got it. Just to kind of catch up here, the Denham Springs girls will be heading to the semifinals here. They'll be playing HL Bourgeois, number 2 HL Bourgeois, and that'll be on the 30th of March at Premier Lanes in Gonzales. They'll be looking to win their second straight state championship. They won it last year, and they were able to. They defeated Albany in the third regional round last week to get there. So that would be the championship would be at 1:30 if they were able to play, and I believe the match against HLB will be at 9, I believe, if I remember correctly.
9 a.m.
AM in the AM, yes,
Yeah,
they will play both of those. That semifinal and that championship game would both be on the same day. So,
Okay. So good luck to those ladies. Um, Still sticking with winter sports here, we do have some powerlifting news as the state meet wrapped up. Tell us a little bit about that. I think Holden girls did well as a unit, and then we had a couple of other state either champions or runners up.
correct. This was they kind of spread the powerlifting meet out over a little bit more space there. Started on Wednesday, they wrapped up Saturday. It was at the Cajun Dome. Talking to the coaches I talked to were all very commended the efforts there, and I saw the layout of the Cajun Dome they had before the meet started. Really big, big venue. You got a lot of room to space out and spread out, which is really good for them. And like I said, everybody pretty much praised the efforts there. But going into it, the Holden girls finishes the Division 5 runner up for the second year in a row. It's again another case of them using the numbers to their advantage. They qualified a full 11. Nine of those placed, which boost your point total. They were led by Mary Woods, who won her third straight state individual title, and that was her second straight at 220 pounds. Her first one was at 198. Just in talking to her, she was kind of relieved to have it done. Not to say there's a pressure, but once you've done something like that, you've been able to repeat as a champion. It's kind of you hate to say it, but it's kind of the expectation when you go in and try to do it. Little relief there, and she did it while she was injured too. So she kind of during training she hurt her back, and she kind of had to work through that pain, and she got it done. She said it's probably wasn't her best meet, but she was able to get it done nonetheless. Also had an individual championship from Holden's Molly Bailey. She won the super heavyweight championship as a freshman too. So that gives them people coming back. You talk to Coach White at Holden, and he said the girls have gotten to a point now where there's that expectation as soon as you put on that Holden uniform that hey you need to hold up your end of the deal and kind of toe the rope, because they've established this program and gotten it going here. So again, it's they're going to lose, I believe, 4 seniors, but the cupboard is not bare there at Holden. So a heck of a way, of course, to end the season for them.
So lots of waiting for that last winter sport to wrap up, which would be bowling. And these good luck to the Denham ladies on that, and congratulations to all of those individual winners and of course the Holden winners in powerlifting. Did we discuss?
Got more
Yeah.
too.
Keep going.
Got a bunch. We could go through a little bit. Holden's boys, they finished 8th in Division 5. They were led by Taylor Purvis from Holden, with a second place finish at 132 pounds. in Division 4, French Settlement finished 14th. Jonathan Barber paced them with a fifth place finish at 148 pounds. Then we get to the Division 1 meet. It was it's Division 1, Division 3 is where Albany is. Division 1 is your bigger schools, your Live Oaks, your Denham Springs. Landon Wall at Live Oak won the state championship in Division 1 at 198 pounds. Interesting deal here. You kind of talked to him and Antonio Lapinto, who he finished second for Albany in Division 3 in his weight class at 242 pounds. But you talk to both of them, and it's not really about what they were able to do. They're more focused on, hey, both of those guys are seniors, and they're more focused on what the team is going to be able to do in the future, which was, I thought, was a really, instead of focusing, hey, I just want a state championship, or I'm a runner-up. It's like we're trying to build this thing, and I think the guys behind me are going to be better than we were this year, which was a really cool thing to talk about. With Landon, just talking to him, it was a strange thing where he wound up forgetting his bench press shirt, so he had to go through and it's just how the powerlifting community is. He said he got about 6 different shirts he had to try on until he found one that worked for him. And Antonio Lapinto, y'all know Antonio from football season. Coach John Lagoria, who's also his football coach, is the powerlifting coach. It was their first year with a program. He had six total lifters, and he said they're kind of going, kind of the no equipment approach, kind of just showing up to meets and going. So he was just kind of blown away at the support that he got from other programs. He mentioned Doyle coach Matt Stump and his staff, and the Sumner staff as well, in terms of getting them geared during that state meet. And he said there's no doubt that Antonio put up some of his best lifts, and it was because of the equipment he had. And that was something that really stood out. His thing was that, I think it was his first time coaching powerlifting. So he said it's not like a football or something like that where you go out and it's a really supportive crew. They're looking at, if somebody's going for a record or somebody's trying to hit a PR, everybody's watching them and they're all supporting them. So he said that was a little bit different there for him. Looking at this a little bit more, Denham Springs boys finished 21st in the team standing with 4 points. Just talking to Coach Joe Ryan there, looking at their team, it's one of those things where he kind of knew going in that they were going to have to maybe rebuild a little bit. They lost a lot of the people who went to state for them last year. The boys' side, they were led by Trent Harrison, who finished 4th at 198 pounds. He had a 600-pound squat, which is Coach Ryan said that's the second time in school history somebody's hit a 600-pound squat. So it's 600 pounds, a lot of weight. That's all I'm saying, a lot of weight. So on the girls' side, Victoria Doras was 3rd at 123 pounds. And in Division 3, the Doyle girls finished 13th. Emily Robinson was 5th at 97 pounds to lead them, the 97-pound weight class to lead them. So, it's we're kind of wrapping up that part of the deal, man.
Sure. So that wraps up powerlifting. Obviously, bowling's still going on. Sorry, I jumped the gun a little bit earlier.
Oh no, we're good, man.
And of course, had the all parish basketball meeting, but it's going to take a while to get all that sorted.
To get it out. I should have brought the list in here with me. If you want, we can go next week. I'll bring the list and we can run through who made it.
I wanted to give you some time to catch up with the kids who were voted and
get
make
that
sure we
going.
have all the information that we
still
need.
got to do that too. It's just always good to meet up with the coaches. We don't get to sit and talk very much. I think it's there, and then we see each other at the parish tournaments when you see everybody. But it's always good to meet at the end of the season and kind of select these teams and just chat a little bit about what's going on.
Right. So last but certainly not least, obviously we're in the spring season. You can follow Rob on Twitter to get that information or check out our website. And of course, we come out once a week and print on Thursdays. But one piece of significant news about this spring sports season is going to be the first ever parish track meet hosted by Denham Springs High School. So tell us a little bit about what they're expecting for their first ever.
I'm gonna try to get in touch with Coach Andy McLean today. We're doing this on Monday. I'm gonna try to get in touch with him a little bit today just to get some background on what they've had to go through. This will be I believe, and they've done some junior high meets there too, but I believe it'll be the third high school meet at the new stadium and the new configuration, things like that. But yeah, that's kind of my main focus is as like how's everything going? Are you in shape? Are you ready? Is everything ready to go ahead? Because I know this has been kind of what they've been looking for when they had the track redone and everything, and they've been aiming toward this parish meet and to have it. And you've got the other two, and I guess you could call those warm ups, but at the same time, it probably gives them a chance to work out some whatever kinks they may have and logistically what they can figure out. But like I said, I'm going to try to get in touch with him later today, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Just looking at it, it's going to be Wednesday, the parish track meet. Field event starting at 3:30, and the track event's going off at 4.
It's going to be a big day over there at Denham Springs High School. And of course, if you're worried about traffic, I would avoid the Denham Springs High School area starting at 3:30.
Absolutely. That's one of the questions I'm going to ask too. So if I'm coming, where do I need to park? Because you'll get stuck probably in carpool traffic first, and then track meet traffic after that.
Honestly, you may just have to park here at the office and
I
walk
could
on
walk.
over there.
I could walk. That's okay. If you see me lately, I could probably use the exercise.
Oh.
Just saying.
Me too. We're all there. So, alrighty, sir. Well, thank you. If y'all introduce yourself, please.
Hey, this is Rob DeArmond, sports editor with the Livingston Parish News.
My name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you guys out there for joining us for the Livingston Parish News Weekly Show. Please remember the news is on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. We are once a week in print on Thursdays at $7 a month to get that in your mailbox. We're also online, www.livingstonparishnews.com. We appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you next time.